Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, September 4th, 2022. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin with WWE's Clash at the Castle from Cardiff, Wales, where Roman Reigns successfully defended the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre, pinning him after a spear in 30 minutes and 47 seconds. Moments before the finish, while McIntyre had Reigns covered for the pin, Reigns' cousin Solo Sikoa, recently called up from NXT, emerged at ringside and pulled referee Charles Robinson out of the ring, distracting the challenger and allowing Roman to hit his finisher and win the match.
Somebody just yanked the official out of the ring. McIntyre was going to win. Oh my God. That's Corey. That is Solo Sikoa, the Usos' younger brother.
The street champion, the meanest of the bunch.
The NXT standout, Roman Reigns' cousin, another member of the Anoa'i family.
This is Roman Reigns' 24th successful title defense on television since becoming Universal Champion in August 2020, and the first successful defense of his third year as champion. Austin Theory attempted to cash in his Money in the Bank contract during the match, but was prevented from doing so by a punch from heavyweight boxing champion Tyson Fury, who was seated at ringside. After the match, Fury came into the ring and congratulated both the champion and the challenger. In addition to Fury, several other dignitaries were on hand and introduced throughout the show, including UK wrestling legend Adrian Street, UFC welterweight champion Leon Edwards, and WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart. Hart battled the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith 30 years ago in the main event of SummerSlam 92, the last major stadium show that WWE held in the United Kingdom before yesterday. Also at Clash at the Castle, Seth Rollins defeated Matt Riddle, Gunther successfully defended the Intercontinental title against Sheamus, Liv Morgan successfully defended the SmackDown Women's title against Shayna Baszler, the team of Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky beat Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka when Bayley pinned Belair, and Edge and Rey Mysterio defeated the Judgment Day when Edge pinned Finn Balor. On the Clash pre-show, Madcap Moss and the Street Profits defeated Alpha Academy and Austin Theory. In other notes from the event, the Imperium trio of Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci were reunited on the main roster for Gunther's title defense against Sheamus. Up until now, Vinci had remained on the NXT roster after Gunther and Kaiser's call-up to SmackDown last April. And in a post-match angle following the six-man tag, Dominic Mysterio turned on his father Rey and his partner Edge following the team's victory, pointing to a heel switch for the second-generation performer.
What the hell? Damn it, kid, what are you doing?
WWE announced the attendance for Clash at the Castle at 62,296, making it the fourth largest non-WrestleMania crowd in company history and the largest wrestling crowd of any kind since WWE's Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia in October of 2018. It's also the second largest wrestling crowd in UK history, behind only SummerSlam 92. Later on today, WWE presents NXT Worlds Collide on Peacock and the WWE Network beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The show is main evented by Braun Breaker against Tyler Bate in a match to unify the NXT and NXT UK Championship. Leading into tonight's All Out pay-per-view, AEW owner Tony Khan appeared on Wrestling Observer Radio Saturday.
The head-to-head, we haven't had a lot of head-to-head competition with the industry leader, but then when they went head-to-head with us, it was not my choice, but when it happened, as I said, to quote Oscar De La Hoya after the Mayweather fight, I brought the fight, and but unlike Oscar De La Hoya, I have the numbers to show that I actually brought the fight, because I won the fight.
During the interview, Khan revealed that the upcoming Grand Slam edition of Rampage will once again be a 2-hour event. The show will be taped at the Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York on Wednesday, September 21st after Dynamite, and air that Friday. Khan noted working with the new management of Warner Brothers Discovery has been a positive experience, and that AEW's success with promoting Shark Week opened the door to working with HBO on the promoting of the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon series. AEW All Out is a 15-match show, including 4 pre-show bouts, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern. Jon Moxley defends the AEW World title against CM Punk in the main event. In ratings news, Friday night's edition of SmackDown drew 1.973 million viewers, according to an overnight ratings report from Spoiler TV. That's a slight drop from the previous week's 1.99 million overnight rating. The show was ranked number 1 on network TV for the evening in the 18 to 49 demographic. SmackDown is typically recorded live, but this episode had been pre-taped on August 26 due to the WWE production crew being headed over to the United Kingdom for the Clash at the Castle broadcast. Switching over to Game Changer Wrestling, AEW World Champion Jon Moxley made a surprise appearance Friday night at the GCW and Black Label Pro event at the Grand Sports Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, to confront Nick Gage, his opponent at the upcoming GCW Fight Club show on October 8th. Moxley won the GCW title from Gage in September 2021, and as a stipulation of their upcoming match, Gage will have to retire if he is unable to win the title back from Moxley next month. On Saturday night, the company held their Art of War show, also from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. In the main event, John Wayne Murdoch and Alex Colon won the GCW World Tag Team titles in a 5-way War Game-style match, which also included the Briscoe brothers, Effie and Alley Catch, Mance Warner and Matthew Justice, and the now former champion Ciclope and Miedo Extremo. After the show, Colon was taken by ambulance to the hospital due to the severity of cuts suffered during the bout. In other matches of note, Joey Janela held on to his DDT Extreme title in an 8-man ladder scramble match. Blake Christian defeated Alex Shelley, and New Japan Strong Tag Team Champions Aussie Open defeated Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne in a non-title match. Pro Wrestling Noah has announced several cards for their upcoming September tour dates, including some additions to a card that we told you about yesterday. For September 25th, it was already announced that the soon-retiring Keiji Muto would be teaming with Kazuyuki Fujita to take on Masakatsu Funaki and Katsuhiko Nakajima. This morning, the company added 4 championship matches to the show, including an official main event, GHC World Title defense by Keno against N1 Victory League winner Kaito Kiyomiya. Stardom's 5-star Grand Prix League continued in Hiroshima today, and here are the results. Momo Kogo defeated Saki Kashima, Saya Kamiatani defeated Saya Ida, Mirai defeated Momo Watanabe, Amy Sorahei defeated Hazuka, Tam Nakano defeated Maika, Syuri defeated Himika, and Natsupoi defeated Mayu Iwatani. The one non-tournament match saw Julia and Mei Sakurai of Donna Del Mondo defeat Mina Shirakawa and Waka Tsukiyama of Cosmic Angels, and Starlight Kid and Ruaka of Oedo Tai. In Block A, there's currently a 3-way tie for the lead between Azumi, Himeka, and Maika at 10 points. Hazuki is alone at the top of Block B with 14 points, leading Saya Kamitani, who has 12. The tournament consists of 2 blocks and features 13 women on each side. There are 7 more shows to go before the finals take place in Tokyo on October 1st. And finally, New Japan Pro Wrestling returns to action this Monday as their Burning Spirit Tour continues with the first of back-to-back nights at Korakuen Hall. And one correction from yesterday, when speaking about AEW Rampage, I mentioned that the show was taped. It was actually a live broadcast. I regret the error. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we'll be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.